It's been 2 months since Maya left the office. 2 months without a single trial. I had offers, but none I took. That is the day that girl showed up. February 22nd, 10:02 a.m. Wright and Co. Law offices. Welcome back to Ace Attorney. Why do I come here to the office every day? It's not like I want to work. There you are, finally! What voice on here? Where have you been? My sister's trial is tomorrow. Who are you? It doesn't matter who I am. It only matters who you are. The famous defense attorney, Mia Fey. Oh, you're not Mia Fey, are you? I'm sorry, but Miss Mia Fey is no longer works here. So you are the coffee boy? I'm Phoenix Wright, the defense attorney. Right. Wait, you're the Phoenix Wright? The Phoenix Wright from the Edgeworth murder case? Yes, that's correct. It wasn't Edgeworth who was murdered, though. That's a relief, then. You're better than nobody. I'm sorry? I'm afraid I'm not taking cases right now. But you are Phoenix Wright, right? Undefeated defense attorney? Look, I'm not accepting any new cases. I'm sorry, but you'll have to try elsewhere. Please! I'm out of time. But please, you have to help. It's my sister. Maya? Could it be? Okay, I'll hear you out. Really? Thank you so much. My name's Emma Sky. I'm a scientific investigator. Scientific investigator? Emma, was it? So you're a scientific investigator? Yes, that's right. Is something wrong? No, it's just you seem kinda, jumpy. Or maybe just young? Young? I'll be 16 years old this year. Oh, I see. Wait, only 16? I'm set to be formally assigned to forensics in 3 more years. My work is becoming quite well known, at my age no less. So what exactly is your current position then? Well, legally speaking, I guess you'd call me an 11th grader. But I'm ready to do my job, at my age no less. Wait, another future professional in training. So what's this about a case? You said the trial's tomorrow? My sister didn't do it. She wouldn't stab someone with a knife. She wouldn't. So it's a murder case. I don't care if there's a witness who saw her do it. She didn't do it. I know she didn't do it. It's a scientific fact. And there's a witness. Just talk to her. You have to talk to her. Right. Suppose I will. I promised her I'd bring Mia Fey, but... That's interesting. How would she know Mia? My sister asked for Mia specifically. This Mia Fey person was a few years below her in school. So they went to the same school, huh? She always told me to go to Mia if I ever needed a defense attorney. And well, I need one. Incidentally, Mia is a woman. Now that you mention it, I guess it is more of a woman's name than a man's. Well, it is nice of you to help your sister out like this. You must be close. Well, actually, when she gets like she is now, I kind of hate her. Huh? But she's my only family. Your only family? What about your parents? They died in a car accident when I was little. Oh, I'm sorry. So, you want to be a scientific investigator when you grow up, then? Excuse me? I am not a child, I'll have you know. Still, it's good to have a goal, albeit a very unusual one. I believe investigations should be done scientifically. Don't you? Yeah. Sure can't falter for a lack of enthusiasm. This case is handled scientifically. I'm sure my sister's name will be cleared. Your sister? I've been doing research, you know. I'm developing a new scientific method of case investigation. I'll show you when I'm done. I'm looking forward to it. Guess I should get down to the detention center and talk to her sister. But first, you know what to do. Boom! Check this shit out. See this? It's my attorney's badge. Ah, well, I've never seen a real one before. First one who's actually been interested in mine, believe me. Its composition is mostly silver. The gold plating is flaking a bit. She analyzed it scientifically. There doesn't appear to be any corrosion due to sulfides. I'd give you $50 for it. Sorry, but it's not for sale. Yet. Alright, here we go. February 22nd. Detention Center. Visitor's room. I wonder what's wrong with Emma. She got quiet all of a sudden as soon as we arrived. Guard, I thought I told you I didn't want visitors. Sorry, ma'am. It's just your sister. No excuses. Or did you not want to raise this here, Understood, ma'am. What was that all about? Hi, Lana. Funny. I seem to remember specifically telling you not to come here. Perhaps my memory is failing. Look, I didn't want to come here either, okay? But your trial's tomorrow and you still don't have a defense attorney. I'll be the one in court tomorrow. This has nothing to do with you, Emma. Isn't that right, Mr. Wright? Hey, how do you know me? Mia mentioned you. I've heard quite a bit. I'm sorry, what exactly is it that you do? My name is Lana Sky. I'm chief prosecutor for this district. You're a prosecutor? Two sisters, one lawyer. This be a coincidence? Lana, I mean, they're just like... Something wrong, Mr. Wright? Why is she overlapping with the imagery behind her? But she's not. Or maybe this is an imagery. Maybe we're sitting on opposite sides of a window, and I just didn't think about it till now. I don't know. No, because the original game wasn't. I don't know. I'm giving up now. There's something you should know from the start. Which is? The suspect in this case has confessed to the crime. Huh? Wait, but the suspect is... me. I did it. Well, Mr. Wright? Well, why don't you begin by telling me exactly what happened? Crime took place yesterday, February 21st, at 5:15 p.m. It's quite specific. I was in the witness's deposition. The witness clearly saw me committing the crime. That was a bit of bad luck, wasn't it? Crime took place in the underground parking lot at the prosecutor's office. The body was found in the trunk of my subordinate's car. Prosecutor's office, huh? Your subordinate's car trunk? Classy. I was arrested on the spot, caught red-handed, as it were. Oh, that's just great. So, who was the victim? Investigator with the police department. I suppose the correct term is detective. Detective? Death was due to a loss of blood. He was stabbed once in the stomach. By you. Death wasn't immediate, but the wound was fatal. I see. Allow me to repeat myself, Mr. Wright. The victim was a detective. You know what that means, don't you? Uh-oh. What, Mr. Wright? What does it mean? Well, it means the police department will consider it a matter of pride to have me found guilty. They will use any means at their disposal to do so. There's no way it's Gumshoe, right? She didn't kill him, right? Right? It was just a random detective. I hope. This case gets worse and worse with everything I learn. So, you're the chief prosecutor. That is correct. I'm responsible for overseeing every trial handled by prosecutors in this district. I make sure the prosecutors have what they need to do the job and manage every aspect. Those are my responsibilities in a nutshell. It's an awfully large nutshell. Still, I'm a little surprised. I would think you'd recognize the district's chief prosecutor, Mr. Wright. Huh? In fact, it seems impossible you wouldn't. Lana? What happened to your hand? Oh, this... I cut myself by accident when I stabbed him. Huh? I'm not very good at being a criminal, I suppose. Am I supposed to defend this? Time to change the subject. Wait, she's in a class ahead of Mia, isn't she? You were in school with Mia, correct? 2 years above her? Emma told you that too, did she? Well, why not? I did drag him all the way here from his office. Though it seems he has very little in common with Mia. Hey! I was in law school. I was in my 3rd year and she was auditing the class. She was different than the other students. Different. She was strong. She'd do anything to become a defense attorney. Anything. That's probably why she was attracted to me. Excuse me? Intellectually attracted. Lana was top of her class in school. I was the best there was. Oh. I'm doing pretty good in school too, by the way. Sounds a bit different when Emma says it. Hello, Mr. Wright? Excuse me? As you can plainly see, I'm admitting my guilt. I think it's safe to say, there's no way you can take this case. None. But Lana! Why? Why are you doing this to me? You never think of anyone but yourself. I know you didn't do it, Lana. I know. So, how can you say that you did? If I lose you, I'll be all alone. I hate you, Lana. Mr. Wright. Yes? I believe our discussion here has ended. The rest, I leave to you. I mean, you're requesting my services as your defense. Don't lose any sleep over it. Your client has confessed, after all. The case is over. Right. I'll do what I can to get to the bottom of this. Lana has confessed to the crime, yes. Something doesn't fit. It's that look in Emma's eyes. There's something else going on here, and I'm going to find out what. I'm sorry, Mr. Wright. Huh? About what? My sister. She's not always like that, you know. I just never expected to be defending another prosecutor again. She's changed a lot. She used to be so gentle, always smiling. Everybody liked her. I see. Sorry, but I'm having trouble imagining that. What happened to her? I don't know for certain myself. I think maybe she... well, maybe not. Sounds like there's something there that defies a simple scientific explanation. Let's go check out this underground parking lot at the prosecutor's office, shall we? Okay. Nothing else to talk about, right? Nope. Okay. Alright, come on, Emma. Head into the underground parking lot. February 22nd. Prosecutor's office. Underground parking lot. So this is the lot where it all happened. Looks like they're still investigating. Funny that my first visit to the prosecutor's office should be like this. So, while I'm thinking about it, that cutscene at the beginning. it looked like two different people were killed on opposite sides of the city at the same time, right? And I also couldn't help but notice, I think there was, at least from the cutscene, one of the stabbings, at least it looked like it was at the police department, because it had the plushie on the shelf thing, or the windowsill. And I'm wondering, is there more than one murder that happened? I don't, or was that just kind of meant to be like an artistic representation? I guess we'll find out. Hey everyone, keep up the good work! Hey, what are you thinking? Well, they are going to be my coworkers 3 years from now, after all. No harm in saying hello. Actually, there is. You know, attorneys aren't supposed to examine crime scenes. Try not to stand out too much here, see? Hey there! Expected to go unnoticed here, partner? Wait, partner? Partner? What do we have here? Sounds like a bambina got loose from the ranch. Is up to no good. Folks gotta learn to keep them dog ties tied down, partner. Mr. Marshall. Marshall? It's more like a sheriff to me. That's what I was thinking. Look here, Bambina. I know how you feel. But this is my gang's gold strike, see? Strike? This is our claim, our territory, the motherlode of evidence. You're fixing to mess with what's ours. Don't regret it, partner. You know what dreams the cacti in the desert, out in the desert dream? You want to? What's this guy talking about? We head along home now. Happy trails, Bambina. Is that a hombre, a friend of yours? Kind of, sort of. Yeah, he's a detective. Thinks he's a sheriff from the Wild West, it seems. What's this here? What's this? A wallet? Excuse me, officer. Wait, what are you doing, Mr. Wright? What am I doing? I just found this wallet, so I'm handing it over to the police. I don't believe it. This is real basic. Anything at a crime scene is evidence. Let's be scientific about this, please. Just put it in your pocket. How is that scientific? Sounds like theft to me. Are we not gonna open it? Called to duty already, and at my tender age. Here, I'll teach you the trick to examining evidence in detail, okay? The way her eyes are sparkling, I can tell she's been waiting for this. Okay. Now, look at the court record. You have to be sure to examine evidence carefully on all sides. Now let's start examining from every angle. Look, I think there might be a clue here. You should check it out. The press of the A button. This is an ID card. Sergeant Bruce Goodman. See? Well, isn't scientific investigation useful? I guess. I don't see what science has to do with it. Goodman's ID added to the court record. Just be sure to examine every piece of evidence you find. I guess I've got to be on my toes from now on. Okay. There's a... Well, no time to waste. Let's get hunting for clues. I wonder what this is. Well, partner, looks like you got no intention of going home quietly. Sheriff, like I said before, this here's our claim. You best be moseying along. Unless you're fixing to bite the bullet. Yeah, scary. Could you just tell us one thing? Who owns that car? Well. This little filly's got a good nose on her. You wanna know who rides that red Mustang with the body in her saddle? Eh? Please? No problem, partner. About time for victuals anyway. Get yourself to the saloon up on the 12th floor of the prospector's office. Might just find you a Carvasi, prospector's office. Where does this guy think he is? and when for that matter. Note to self, look up Vittles Saloon Cerveza. Maybe we should check out room 1202, the High Prosecutor's office. In any case, stay away from the car. You can look around here all you like, just keep your paws off our plane. Right, great. Great, maybe there's some clues around here, Mr. Wright. Let's check it out. Excuse me? Are you two all set? Us? What's this? She couldn't be. You're selling lunches? Here? This is a crime scene. Hello, half and half, was it? Oh, thanks. And you, sir? Yes? Some crunchy goodness coming to you? Or coming at you? Thanks. Interesting way of doing business. There is off limits to anyone without clearance, especially passers-by. Or are you officers? No, but you don't exactly look like the type to have clearance. Well, that's hardly a way to greet someone. Even if my days as the cough-up queen are over. Cough-up? Huh? You know, I'm feeling kind of full. Maybe I'll pass on lunch. I'm quite connected to this case, you see. Images are burned into my eyes, you might say. Yes, all the sordid secrets. Secrets? Dear me, you are a slow one, aren't you? I'm referring to the murder, the stabbing of that detective. What? No witness clearly saw me committing the crime. You mean, you're the witness my sister was talking about? Please, cough-up queen, tell us what happened. The name is Angel Star. Don't you go forgetting it. Or before you know it, I'll have you whimpering at my heels. Yes, ma'am. She means it. Somehow, I knew. Yesterday was the day of destiny. I knew something was going to happen. Just like I know the daily special on Friday every week is salmon. Destiny? Was yesterday special for some reason? You're a defense attorney, right? You should know that. You should know the foul misdeeds of the evil ones who haunt the stand of inequity. Evil ones? Prosecutors. They have no qualms at all about blackening the name of innocence. Yesterday they paid homage to the most evil one of all. They gave an award for King of Prosecutors. What a farce. So she's saying there was some sort of prosecutors convention yesterday. I was almost compelled to lace their lunches with something foul. You have a personal grievance against prosecutors or something? Was there some kind of scientific evidence of this, evil? Young miss, mock me at your own risk. You'll soon find out why they call me the cough-up queen. Ew. Most heinous of all evil ones, the one they awarded yesterday. It was in his car that they found the body. Proof that he devours the evilest lunches of all. Really? Really what? I'm totally confused. One thing's clear, this lunch lady has a thing against prosecutors. So what exactly was it that you witnessed, Miss Stark? It was a fascinating spectacle, to be sure. I now feel what they say when they talk about a woman's wrath. See, Lana Skye willed that knife so... Her knife flashed in anger, bringing him to a sad end. It was truly a sight to see. You mean you saw the very moment of the crime? The sound of his silvery ties to this world being cruelly cut still rings in my ears. And the rhythmic beat of Lana Skye's knife. Wait a second, do you know Lana Skye? Of course. It's quite a feat becoming chief prosecutor. How many lunchboxes of sin did she pack to make that journey, I wonder? She always travels light. Now, why would this pretty lunch lady know the chief prosecutor's name? Did we ask you a bit about yourself, Miss Star? I come here every day to sell lunches. I import only the freshest and best from the Far East. For some reason, the box lunches are a hit here. Why not make the lunches here rather than import them? Did you say something? No. Only true connoisseurs can understand. Kind you can only tell someone who has tried General Tso's trilobite lunch set. Never mind. You win. I don't even want to appreciate part of trilobite's flavor. Goodness, I'm having a hard time speaking today. Anyway, I come here every day to sell lunches. My boyfriend works in the security room here at the prosecutor's office. Your boyfriend? To the security room over there? Glass-walled booth? I sell my lunches, and since I'm here anyway, I drop in to see him. To here anyway, I guess selling lunches is more important than romance. So to scientifically analyze the data available so far. You, Miss Star, are a lunch vendor with an ulterior motive for coming here. Useful analysis. Not. Did you have a bad experience with the prosecutor, Miss Star? I sense some hostility. Hostility? Huh, perhaps. Prosecutors are all alike. The bigger they get, the worse they smell. Kind of a 10-day-old claims, and kind of like 10-day-old clams. Because I keep saying claims on accident. Clams in the chat. I wonder if Miss Star was involved in some sort of legal trouble in the past. That'd be a sure cause of food poisoning, scientifically speaking, of course. I mean, now you're talking cough queen. I thought she was just a lunch vendor, but now I'm not so sure. Boom. A defense attorney must be able to fight. How about you? Do you think you can win? How about tackling Lunchland's Pickle Supreme lunchbox? Wow, it's really crunchy. Box of pickles? Kind of a sad lunch if you ask me. I can't slide again. Aha! A ladder! That's a step ladder. Oh, no, that's a step ladder. What's the difference? In scientific terms, please. Scientific, huh? Look at the basic nature of things, Mr. Wright. This all seems so horribly familiar somehow. Look, a door! This must mean something. I'm not so sure that doors mean anything. No, it won't open. Mysterious lock. Fail to see what's mysterious about it. Mr. Wright, you need to learn to enjoy life more. Let's finish our investigation first, shall we? Look, a stylish glass-walled room. Very nice. You see the whole parking lot from in there. It says security. Perhaps it's a cafe? Huh? Cafe security. Yeah, that must be it. Let's check it out later. Excuse me. I hate to break it to you, but I think that's probably just a security guard office. You know, I scored a 97 on my science test the other day. They don't have a test for common sense. Here, a phone. Let's see if it works. Hey, don't touch stuff we don't need to be touching. I can't hear anything. My ears! No, my ears! Maybe it's due to the barometric pressure. What's she babbling about? Hey, what did you just say? See, you can hear just fine. The phone's broken. This wall is in our way. It's got a faucet for water. Wait, I know. This wall is merely a facade, hiding the truth. This is no wall, but a water tank. I fail to see how it makes any difference either way. An oil drum. Looks like it's filled with water. It's heavy. I can't even budge it. Drum over here is on its side. Wait, I know. I'll hide in here and do a stakeout. think you'll probably just get arrested. In fact, you may not even have to hide in the drum to get arrested. What? I'm not suspicious. Okay. Well, about this card. Lunchland vendors only accept cash, no cards. Especially not a card belonging to someone else. No, this isn't a credit card, it's an ID card. It belongs to a detective. Are you showing this to me, the lunch lady UI? It's like showing a fine honeyed ham to a detective. I always feel like I'm being mocked. Warning. A police thing. Can't read most of it, but it says police department down here. But warning, a police something. Well, I guess I should go to the High Prosecutor's office now. Steel Samurai! And what almost looks like Edgeworth's jacket. February 22nd. High Prosecutor's office. Room 1202. This is the kind of room that just screams, I can do the job. Quite a change from your office, really. Thanks. Look, there's a trophy or something here. Must have been that award they're talking about, right? Trophy? What, that shield? It takes real nerve to display stuff like this. Whoever's office this is, they must be a real stuck-up jerk. Phoenix Wright, you never tire of prying into other people's business, do you? That voice. I knew it. Long time no see, Edgeworth. Huh? Ah! Mr. Edgeworth. You know him from somewhere? Of course, I'm his biggest fan. My sister introduced us once and... Right, her sister's the chief prosecutor after all. Well, what brings you here? I'll warn you, I've been known to be a real stuck-up jerk. No, did I? No! It was just Mr. Wright here, he... Hey, don't blame me. We're just here to investigate a murder case. Murder? A body was found in this nasty bright red sports car in the parking lot. That would be my car. What of it? What? Your car? Say one thing, she certainly can scream. So, the body was found in your car? Go ahead, say it, right? You think I did it, don't you? After you went through all that trouble to help me last year, no less. No, we don't think you did it. I mean, it was my sister who stabbed him. Wait, no. She didn't do that. I mean... Wait. You're the chief prosecutor's sister, then? Yes, sir. Emma Skye. It's nice to meet you again. Well, that didn't sound forced at all. Ah, now I remember. You really grew. I'll admit, it was a surprise for me too. To think that my own car became the scene of a murder. More surprising still, I'm being forced to prove my superior's guilt. I can understand. Wait, what did you say? Anna Skye is the chief prosecutor, the top prosecutor in the district. She can't prosecute herself, so I'll be the prosecutor at the trial tomorrow. You? Mr. Edgeworth? To be honest, it's a bit of a miracle I'm still here at all. What do you mean? Rumors? You've heard the rumors about me, haven't you? Miles Edgeworth. It's hard to remember a time when there weren't rumors about this guy. Forging evidence, arranging false testimony, illegal searches, you name it. Next year, my innocence was established in the trial at the end of last year. However, there's some who say I'm the one responsible for the current incident. What? That's crazy. Some people need very little excuse to think ill of others. It's a fact of life. Impossible to stop. But some of them even go so far as to present me with toys like this. I think it's funny. Toys? That bronze shield? Gotta be a story behind that one. My goodness. Chief Prosecutor Sky. Yes, we first worked together on a case 2 years ago. It was my first big case. That's right, I remember. 2 years ago, I wasn't even a lawyer yet. Since then, I always felt that she was looking out for me. It appears I was mistaken. Mistaken? Why? I mean, I know she's not the warmest person, but I'm sure she felt some responsibility for you. Then why? Why did she stab someone in the trunk of my car? Not only that, she stabbed him with my knife. What? Mr. Edgeworth, your knife was the murder weapon? To be specific, it was the knife I keep in the toolbox in the trunk of my car. Edgeworth? What? Are you sure you didn't do it? Come on, can't you think of a joke? Goodness, I cannot speak. You have a strange sense of humor, Mr. Wright. In case you forgot, I am an attorney. I once dreamed of being a defense attorney a long time ago. What? You wanted to be a defense attorney, Mr. Edgeworth? Yet my path is laid out clearly before me. I have no time to reflect on what might have been. Say, Edgeworth, I was wondering about this. Mr. Wright! Huh? What? Are you sure you should be showing that to Mr. Edgeworth? Oh, I'll take it for sure, won't he? I wish I could be on the same side as Mr. Edgeworth. Then my sister would be found guilty. Besides, any deeper, I'm gonna start getting depressed. I've been wondering, what the heck is this? It has a big K on it. Prosecutors. Huh? What's that? It's the King of Prosecutors trophy. King of Prosecutors? It's a great honor. They send that shield to the best prosecutor each year. What? So that K, that's... K stands for King? Yeah, you got a problem with that? I didn't design the thing. King of Prosecutors. Kind of like Employee of the Month, only better. Wow, this jacket is even lacier than his usual ones. Must be his lucky trial jacket. Lucky jacket, right. I've never seen him wear it. Pretty sure there's a story behind why it's in a frame. Maybe I'll be naughty and take a picture. He's getting way too excited about this. Even the flowers here have like his... whatchamacallit. Excuse me. My, what an amazing bouquet. Just right for it, Mr. Edgeworth. No kidding. Hey, there's a card in it. Back from the dead. Wendy. Wendy? Heard that name somewhere before. Recite it. A giant steel samurai. Wow, I want one. Huh? There's something written on the bottom of his foot. Between a rock and a hard place. Wendy. Wendy? Is she Mr. Edgeworth's fiancée? I don't think so. Oh, don't tell me it's old bag. A work desk. Quite tidy, as one might expect. What a nice desk. Easy to use and easy on the eyes. It's polished so well I can see my own reflection. Strange. I just picture Detective Gumshoe. Maybe I'll take that name plaque as a souvenir. Don't. He'll sue you. Oh, cute. What a pretty tea set. I go more for the instant tea bags myself. Amazing. The drawer below is filled with packets of tea leaves. They're all sorted by place of origin and flavor. Look at this royal blend. What an exquisitely splendid concoction. There's such thing as taking a hobby too far. Hey, a chessboard! I'm not too up on my chess, but it looks like blue's in a bit of a tight spot. The red knights have surrounded the blue pawn. Huh? Those horses are mounted knights. Their swords have really sharp edges. Check out that poor pawn. His head is kind of spiky. Kinda reminds me of you. Mr. Edgeworth must be an avid chess player. What's wrong, Mr. Wright? Edges, surrounding a pawn with spiky hair. Nah, it's nothing. Whoa, these are all case files? Stacked up to the ceiling. There's even a ladder. Odd. Thought Edgeworth wasn't good with heights. He must have someone get them for him. Strange. Why did I just picture Detective Gumshoe? He must study these case reports so closely. He's so cool. Wouldn't say that if you saw him sweating bullets up on that ladder. Mr. Edgeworth has such a comfy sofa. Sofas like this make me want to curl up and take a nap. Bet he pores over his case files here until wee hours of the morning. Then he takes off his jacket, rolls up his sleeves, and goes to sleep using his arms as a pillow. I don't believe it. She's actually daydreaming about Edgeworth working. I bet in the morning he has sofa hair. And little creases in his cheek from the seams. He's so cool. Sofa hair is cool. Wow! What a view! Must be nice to have an office on the 12th floor. I guess you would feel important. Incidentally, for you to jump out this window, the time until impact with the ground would be... Got it! Approximately 3.23 seconds. That's handy to know. Need that? No. It's on the bottom here. Hey, check it out! There's a metal plate here! Looks like the names of all the previous recipients are engraved on it. Wow, one guy's listed a bunch of times. Von Karma. Guess he must be a foreigner? Yeah, that's probably it. Well, wherever he's from, he must have been an amazing prosecutor. I'd like to meet this Mr. Von Karma sometime. Jesus, his name does kind of have a ring to it. So basically, this says you're the best of the best last year, huh? I take that foolish grin elsewhere, right? I lost a day of work to receive that travesty. Huh? Why is that? I had to go to the police department to receive that broken shield. Police department? Yes, right next to the police station downtown. You've been there, haven't you? Where Detective Gumshoe works? Yeah. I was wondering something about your shield. Why is it broken? What does it matter? We've got more important things to worry about. Oh, right. Doesn't seem too concerned about his award, for better or for worse. Yesterday was a very busy day at the prosecutor's office. Maybe. Did you ask him more about yesterday? Can you tell me more about yesterday, the day of the murder? Yesterday was the annual cleaning day at the prosecutor's office. Cleaning day? Working with the police department, we sort and file all evidence for solved cases. We call it evidence transfer. Wiping your hands of old cases, in other words. Oh, and another thing. The ceremony was held at the police department. There's an annual review and awards for outstanding police officers and prosecutors. That's when you got the shield. I was at the police department yesterday afternoon and got back here at 5:12. That's very precise. I was expecting to say specific, but people like myself and Edgeworth pride ourselves on our precision, Mr. Wright. Now, I put a little face in my memory. Only thing I trust is solid evidence. Edgeworth's parking stub. This is the parking stub from the underground lot. Murder took place around 5:15. So the murder happened right after you got back. What, right? I'd appreciate it if you directed that suspicious glare elsewhere. Excuse me, but is Mr. Edgeworth, anywhere on the premises? I'm Edgeworth, what is it? I'm here, sir, at the request of the chief, sir. I've got your report, sir. Report? What? Did you find new evidence in the case against Chief Prosecutor Sky? I don't like the way this conversation is going at all. Sky, sir? No, sir. No name of that kind, sir. Not in this report, sir. I just heard Edward's lid blow. Edward's lid is not very tight, is it? I made a clear request to the police department and all. I need to focus on the trial tomorrow, so don't bring me anything unrelated. Sir, I'm just following orders, sir. They told me to bring this to you. I wasn't aware of the particulars of your arrangement with us, sir. Give me your name. Yes, sir. Meekins, sir. Officer Meekins. Right, Officer Meekins. Take your report and leave. And good luck with that raise next month. But sir, I didn't know. Poor guy. Looks like he was absent on the day they gave out brains and good luck. Right. Yes, sir? He got me off guard. As you could say, I'm busy. You may leave now. Let's do what he says, Mr. Wright. The victim was a detective from the same department as that patrolman just now. Return to the police department. You can ask more there. Thanks. Seems to have finally calmed down, at least. February 22nd, Police Department, entrance. Yeah, that creature, there's a plushie of it on the windowsill over where the murder was. Phew, we're finally here. Why would they put the police department so far away from the prosecutor's office? Beats me. That took almost 30 minutes by taxi. Traffic wasn't even that bad. Police department, huh? I've only ever been to criminal affairs next door. Hold on, what's that? Yeah, because it's the thing that the chief was trying to make be the mascot, right? Disturbing. Disturbing. Why does it undulate like that? Wait, I know. This is the Blue Badger. Trying to make him the police mascot. Wow, Mr. Wright. You sure know a lot about the police. Still, he does seem familiar somehow. Forget the Blue Badger. Who's that next to him? One appears to be dancing with the Blue Badger. Uh-oh, he noticed me. Sure is running over here fast. Hey, pal. What are you doing here? That's my line, Detective Gumshoe. Specifically, why were you dancing over there? What? Well... At least he doesn't seem to be busy. This is our chance to get information. Hey, I'll let you know I'm a very busy man, pal. I'll give you one word of advice, pal. You'd better not agree to defend the suspect in this case. Why not? Huh? Well, it's just that the chief prosecutor has confessed to the crime. She says she summoned the detective to the prosecutor's office and killed him. But what if she's not telling the truth? Yes, well, no. Come on, pal, there's plenty of evidence against her. What if the evidence was faked? Hey, pal. Can I speak to you for a second? Huh? Me? Why is this little girl so peeved at me? She's a relative of the suspect. She's on this guy's sister. Whoa, the chief prosecutor's little sister? Just please investigate this case carefully, okay? Scientifically. Yes, sir. Oh, by the way, you might want to keep your voices down. You don't want to be overheard using words like faked. Huh? It's a sensitive issue with us these days. So, what are you doing here, Detective Gumshoe? Me? Oh, well, nothing, really. They kicked me out of criminal affairs. Detective Gumshoe, what did you do this time? What do you mean, this time? Then, what happened? I know things are busy right now. I mean, with my sister's case and all. It's true. We've never had a chief prosecutor murder anyone before. Only the highest-ranked people are being let into criminal affairs now. The lowest-ranking guy in there is our chief of detectives. Goodness. Not letting any of us rank-and-file detectives in at all. None of you? I know this is an important trial, but isn't that a little odd? So anyway, I thought I'd spend the day getting the Badger dance down pat. Isn't there anything else you could be doing? The chief of police himself is directing this investigation, pal. An Officer Marshall was assigned to the underground parking lot. Officer Marshall? Now that I think about it, I did seem to know that Marshall guy. A patrolman in charge of a crime scene? Unheard of it, pal. Detective Gumshoe? Can you tell me about this? Hey, pal. This is a detective's ID card. You can't just keep that. You have to turn it into the police. People like you, they get me into so much trouble all the time. I mean, Detective Gumshoe must drop his card a lot. Let's see. Bruce Goodman. Sounds familiar. Nah, my mistake. But didn't you work together with him in criminal affairs? Whoa, now I remember. Bruce Goodman. He's the victim. That's what I thought. Can you tell us more, Detective Gumshoe? Found in Mr. Edgeworth's car, stabbed with Edgeworth's knife, huh? What would drive Chief Prosecutor Sky to do such a thing? Wait, I mean, sure, of course, someone else really did it. Someone who must have a grudge against Mr. Edgeworth. Car and the knife do seem a little too well organized to be a coincidence. Poor Mr. Edgeworth, what could have happened? I have to find out a little more about what's going on with Edgeworth. Hey, that's it! I wonder, is somebody jealous because Edgeworth won this instead of them? Hey, that's it! That's the King of Prosecutors Award that Mr. Edgeworth got yesterday. You at the award ceremony, Detective Gumshoe? Of course, pal. I got an award for diligence myself. Ah, congratulations. I was wondering, why is the award a shield? And why is it broken? Because I presume it's because like they're breaking through they beat the defense. Oh, there's a reason. I'll tell you what it is later. Apparently he's forgotten. But I was proud of Mr. Edgeworth for winning that award. Even with all the naysayers in the prosecutor's office. Naysayers? See, because of the rumors. Can I? Oh, I can. What? Miles Edgeworth, 1712. This is dated the day of the crime. The murder took place 3 minutes after Edgeworth parked his car. Only he was held up a couple extra red lights. He wouldn't have been caught up in this whole affair. Perhaps. Just goes to show how you never know what'll happen when you run a yellow light. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. What's it do? Examine on the knife. We haven't done that yet.
This must be the victim's blood, right?
Either that or Edgeworth cut himself peeling an apple.
What's Edgeworth doing with a knife like this anyway?
Hey, maybe he spends his weekends roughing it on the in the wild. Edgeworth in the wild? I think my fruit peeling theory is more likely.
Are you kidding? I always pictured him as an outdoorsman.
Now there's a scary thought. I do not see him as an outdoorsman at all.
Oh, I can look at my attorney badge. So this is what the back of the badge looks like. I always thought it had a safety pin.
Each badge has a number carved into it. That way you can tell which attorney it belongs to.
You mean you couldn't lend your badge to anyone?
Nope, I'd be found out right away.
Well, that's no fun.
Well, oh, we got more to talk about. So, this ID card belonged to the victim. He was a detective, like myself. Detective Bruce Goodman.
Don't you think it's strange? I mean, why would the victim's ID card be laying on the ground where we found it?
Well, Detective Goodman should have been at the police department yesterday. There was an evidence transferal for a case he handled 2 years ago.
Evidence transferal. Mr. Edgeworth mentioned that too. But Detective Goodman was killed at the prosecutor's office.
Well, that's the thing. It's hard to say this, but word is that Chief Prosecutor Sky called him out there to the parking lot. Lana's confessing as much. He's in a tough spot again.
Yeah?
Well, it all started with the murder of that defense attorney Hammond. But
Mr. Edgeworth is found innocent.
Listen, pal, there have always been rumors about Mr. Edgeworth. Forging evidence, making deals with witnesses. Nothing outright, but there were always whispered rumors. Ever since he was accused of murder, no one's whispering, they're practically shouting.
But there's no evidence against him.
Well, Mr. Edgeworth has always had unusually strong ties to the department higher-ups. It's only natural that people would be suspicious. I had no idea he was under the gun. Anyway, this latest case has started a new rumor. People say the only reason he took this case is because he's aiming for the chief prosecutor position himself.
What?
But I know the truth, pal. Nobody wants to be the one who has to prosecute the chief prosecutor. Mr. Edgeworth is biting the bullet on this one. He's doing this for all of us. He's not in here anymore, okay?
Can you take a look at this? You.
Yes?
You said you wanted some hot tea, right?
No, but thanks. You didn't even look at me.
You must have to brew the leaves a long time to get a rich flavor like this. We pre-infuse the leaves with steam before brewing. I knew it! So that's their secret to their aroma. Exquisite! The only thing I'm smelling here is wasted time.
Well, I guess I never examined here.
I was wondering about that.
What, the Dancing Blue Badger? It's my masterpiece. You made this, Detective Gumshoe. The chief threw together some designs, and I just did my thing, pal.
Nice work.
Battery powered, so it can go anywhere. There's no switch, so it just dances until the batteries die.
Poor Blue Badger, fated to dance until he drops.
Why is that added to the court record? Is that gonna be... It must be vital. Again, like I said, there was a plushie of the Blue Badger. At the murder scene. In the, intro cutscene. And that's all I know about that. I'm not officially on the case, you know.
Thank you.
Why aren't you handling the case, Detective Gumshoe? We met this guy who is... What was his name? The guy in the... Or, we met this guy who is... What was his name? The guy in the parking lot? Marshall. Deputy Officer Marshall. He was appointed directly by the Chief of Police. Sir Marshall. Was he some kind of Wild West sheriff or something? No, Jake Marshall's just a regular officer. From West LA. For a moment there, I wasn't sure. Look, pal, let me try to make things a little easier for you. Show them this, and they'll let you examine the crime scene. Maybe. I'm surprised if this gets us anywhere. Just act like you're supposed to be there, and nobody will look at you twice, pal. Look, that patrolman is saluting the other guy. He must be a detective. Then I said, hey, you do that, your soup will get cold, buddy. That's hilarious, sir. I laughed so hard I cried.
Guess he wasn't saluting, he was wiping tears from his eyes.
They make a good pair. The detectives in there look pretty busy.
Just imagine, right now, behind those doors, a police drama in action.
Somehow the thought fails to excite me.
Mr. Wright, do you know why patrol cars are painted in black and white?
No idea. Why?
Well, I think they're designed after a panda.
A panda?
Not that I have scientific proof, it's just a theory.
Do you mind me asking how you came up with that theory?
It was when I was on a school trip. I saw a patrol car and it came to me. It had just been at the zoo, see?
What about zebras? Or did they just not have those at your zoo? Okay, so now we're headed to the line. February 22nd, Prosecutor's Office, underground parking lot. Looks like the investigation is still going. I have to be getting back to the shop. Sorry, looks like I'll be stuck in this pit till the sun sleeps. See you in my dreams tonight then, baby.
Oh, still here? Hello.
I thought it was gonna be Marshall, not her.
Why the surprised looks? Didn't I mention? I've got a boyfriend in criminal affairs too. What happened to the security guard?
Hey, what's wrong, Bambina? You're looking like a doggy that's lost its herd. Jake Marshall. Strange guy to put in charge of a crime scene.
There's something I wanted to ask you.
Scene of the crime. It's a cold grave for men who've lost their dreams. And me, I watch over them as they sleep, dreaming of the desert's harsh judgment.
He's asleep.
Well, should we show this hopeless case something to catch his interest?
There's something I wanted to ask you.
Scene of the crime. Cold grave for men who've lost their dreams. Okay. Boom! Would you mind reading this for me? What's this? I warn you, fan letters to me go right to the spittoon. A letter of introduction from Detective Gumshoe. Here we investigate. Gumshoe. Ah, that old cow dog. You holding a birthday party or something? Huh? Look, where it should say letter of introduction, it says letter of invitation. Ah, I think he just miswrote it. Wait, why am I getting all defensive here? No worries, this proves it's from Detective Gumshoe. Better than a blood test. Guess I better let you in then.
Thank you, Officer Marshall.
That's right, he's a patrolman, not a detective. Which reminds me.
Hey, wait a sec. Isn't a crime scene supposed to be handled by a detective or higher?
Well, folks, clues are calling. Welcome to our gold strike. Be like the settler. Strike out for lands unknown. Manifest destiny. Let's have a hootenanny.
Note to self. Police investigations are like settling land. Well, Mr. Wright, what do you say?
I won't be needing this anymore. I should have investigated it. Maybe this will just... Okay, it just shows that. Back over here I go. What's this down here? I saw that the first time, but didn't get the chance to look at it. This looks like a cell phone.
Scientific analysis would suggest this belonged to the victim. Can't think of anyone else it could belong to.
What's so scientific about that? Can we check it out? Right, let's check it out. It's moving on its own. I'm not doing that. With the charging port? This one's still on the redial screen. Redial.
Mr. Wright? Most phones keep a record of all the calls you've made and received. You just press the blue button to display the last number you called. Convenient, isn't it? I'm surprised you didn't know about it.
Sorry to disappoint you, but even I know about things like redial.
Huh? Oh, I'm sorry. Just you never know with people from your generation.
Whatever, let's check this phone out. Guess it's gonna want me to hit that button. I wanna look.
Man, what a boring strap.
What's wrong with it? Everyone has different tastes, you know?
Here, check out mine. The pink princess strap. These are hard to come by, you know.
I see the series is as popular as ever with the kids. Alright, let's redial. Now, to see the owner of this phone called last.
Note to self, a defense attorney doesn't think first, he just pushes the button. Hey, that song. I know that.
Hi, what's going on over there?
Sorry.
I say you, partner. You pressed the redial on that there phone, didn't you?
Well, yeah. Whose phone is this anyway? It was on the ground over there.
Whose is it? That belongs to Chief Prospector Sky.
What? It's my sister's.
He apparently dropped it when she was taken into custody right after the crime. Look, the last call was made right when the murder occurred. Like she was fixing to call someone. Except she only spoke for a few seconds according to this.
Who did she call?
No idea. Sorry, partner. I got a question for you, partner. I heard a phone ring just now. One of those newfangled ringtones. Oh, that? Oh. I'm sorry, that was my phone.
What?
Or what? Your phone? Yeah, it's kind of strange, but someone called me right as we picked up the other phone, a wrong number. Hope you're not lying. I shoot you for that in Texas, partner. Uh-oh, I've incited the wrath of the Lone Star Patrolman. Cell phone evidence of court record. This appears to be the car where the body was found. Looks like the lock on the trunk is busted.
Crime took place in the underground parking lot of the prosecutor's office. The body was found in the trunk of my subordinate's car. Quite a luxury car. It just screams, I have money to burn.
Yeah, prosecutors get the big bucks.
This rope, is it?
Yep. They laid it in the outline of the victim's body.
So, wait. The victim must have died when the killer closed the trunk on him.
You've got to be the only person I know that would come to that conclusion. What's this? Like a note of some sort.
Look, something's written on it.
7512/2. Or 67S. 67S 12/2.
There's a name printed on the paper above that. Goodman.
Did he fall out of his pocket when he was killed?
Well, so? What does it mean, Mr. Wright?
How am I supposed to know?
Note to self, for deductive reasoning, go to Edgeworth, not Wright.
Sure, Edgeworth wouldn't know what this means either. No rotations or anything. B block is through here. That's where the visitors park.
I can see the Lunchland car over there, far in the distance.
Hey, you're right. I like the cute design on the door. I can see a cartoon cow munching down on it. Goodness, munching down on a juicy looking steak.
Doesn't that strike you as a little creepy?
Just don't think too deeply about it and you'll be fine. Well,
A block. This area is reserved for prosecutors.
defense attorneys are relegated to B block.
Excuse me. I dream of the day when I will be able to park my car here. I'll go over to B block to buy my hamburgers from you, Mr. Wright.
I'm not planning on giving up my job that soon.
Alright, compadre, count to 3.
Huh? You gotta do that if you're gonna draw evidence on something. That's what we do in Texas. Remind me to never visit Texas.
My sister's cell phone. The last time it was used was 5/18, right after Goodman was killed. Maybe she was canceling her date for the night. Why did Lana make that call?
I need to push this again.
What's wrong? You look like I do during finals.
Never mind, it's nothing. Thought I might be able to die on myself again. At the high prosecutor's office? Nobody. As a detective, I have to keep my mouth shut on that one. I don't put it on to go blabbing on about things I don't know about. No, I wouldn't want you to do that either. Good. Detective, and keep my mouth shut on that one. Okay. Alright, well, now what? Oh. Okay. Officer Marshall, could you tell us more about the victim? Good man always die young. Remember that, partner. Could you be a little more specific?
Bruce Goodman. Who's the detective, right? Well, aren't you a feisty doggy there now? Detective Goodman was stabbed here at 5:15. Smelling Madonna told me the tale. I think he means the witness, Miss Angel Star. One stab to the chest, a fine piece of work. Here's the autopsy report. Is my sister involved with the victim in any way? Funny you should mention that, Bambino. Chief Prospector Sky and Detective Goodman had nothing in common at all. Nothing in common? They apparently worked together on a case a few years back, so there's no motive. Goodman wasn't a particularly gifted detective. One reason why he didn't do much work with the Chief Prospector. My sister called the victim here on the day of the murder, right? Here, to this parking lot? So it seems. Like calling an unarmed man to a shootout at high noon. I don't mean any offense, but Officer Marshall, you're a patrolman, right? Not a detective? You call me out, they shoot you for that in Texas. Huh? I was one of them fancy shoe detectives till 2 years ago, to tell you the truth. Oh, really? Now he tells me. But you're a patrolman now, so how can you be in charge of a crime scene? Nothing gets by you, does it, Bambino? So why are you in charge? No reason. We're just short on hands right now. I'm keeping an eye out in the meantime. That's odd, though. Detective Gumshoe was saying he had nothing to do. Nothing important, at least. He's nothing but a sad old cow dog. Can't find his tail. Maybe it's because he runs with that Edgeworth, eh? Edgeworth? That cow dog's been kicked out of this cattle room by order of the chief of police. Just, he don't realize it yet. Detective Gumshoe kicked out of the investigation? There's no connection between Detective Goodman and my sister. That's correct, but there's a gold mine of evidence against her. The prospector tomorrow is none other than Edgeworth himself. I'm afraid your sister's fate is decided, Bambino. Many condolences. Officer Marshall. Yeah, Bambino? How can you say that? You and my sister, you were... Is there something between this cop and her sister that I don't know about? I apologize, Bambino. Something must have gotten to me. Maybe it's that dry wind that's blowing through the prospector's office. Dry wind or ill will. Someone's up to something here, but who? Suspicions about Mr. Edgeworth have been flying around for nearly 2 years now. Forged evidence and arranging testimonies. He was unbeatable because he did whatever it took to win. Unbeatable that is till he met you. But rumors are just rumors, aren't they? These are prosecutors we're talking about. Evidence is everything to them. You follow the rumors about Edgeworth to their source, you find one person. They are off limits. Untouchable, you might say. One person? Who? Hate to say this, but sister, Bambino. Chief Prosecutor Lana Sky. What? My sister? Edgeworth couldn't muscle all those cattle by himself. Some people load their guns with bullets, some people load them with deals. What, you're saying Edgeworth was making deals to win trials? But there's gunshots, there's bound to be bullets. That's what the old timers say. There's a big old secret hidden around here somewhere. Everyone knows it. Is that why Detective Gumshoe was taken off the case? They targeted him because he was the closest to Edgeworth? So, well, how are we doing, Mr. Wright? Guess we got some clues. We have an autopsy report, a note from the victim, and a cell phone. So, you think we'll be okay? Well, the only thing so bothering me is that Lana is confessing to the crime. She says she did it. No problem. I can guarantee that she's not the criminal. Oh, by the way, Emma? Yes? I know that song your phone plays when it rings. What? It's a Steel Samurai theme song, isn't it? A popular TV show for kids?
phone that rang earlier wasn't mine. It was yours. 5:18, just after the murder took place. Your sister called you, didn't she, Emma?
Sorry.
Can you tell me what you talked about?
She hung up right away.
See. The detective is murdered. The suspect is the top prosecutor in the district. Got a bad feeling about this. Maybe I still don't know everything that went on here. To be continued. Alright. So you know what that means? It's the end of this episode. And next time we'll be heading to trial. So thank you guys for watching. We'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.